So we're going to show you a template pretty soon, because I'm sure that's what you're waiting to see, is an actual resume template. So that we use, not one from Microsoft, but one that we personally use. And at the very top, you're going to see that we state summary statement rather than objective statement. That's simply not used anymore. We want to say summary statement, okay? And we want to modify whatever headlines we use depending on the jobs. So really think about customizing again. Call out the industry specialization, buzzwords or keywords if appropriate. And here again, target your resume. And each time take that extra 10 to 15 minutes to customize to that job description. I mean, you literally want to have that job description sitting right in front of you as you modify your resume. Because again, this isn't in the PowerPoint notes, but again, you want to have those keywords highlighted. So when you do get to the next step and you have a Zoom interview, you know what the keywords are and what to talk about in your responses to questions. So here again, our best practices include a summary statement that is very relevant to the actual job you're applying for. You can even modify the headings that are on your jobs to customize a little more and use industry-specific buzzwords as appropriate. Okay, so it's customize, customize, customize. Like we said, you want to study that job listing and highlight the keywords. We can't overemphasize that enough. You notice there's some redundancy in this PowerPoint because we're trying to really emphasize what's important and is useful in each resume that you send out. Include a list of 6 to 10 key qualifications at the top. That's the summary statement, okay, based on the posting you are targeting. And don't use the same cliche words over and over again, like results oriented. You see that all the time. Team player, don't say that. Demonstrate it in your actual bullet points. If you're a team player, don't tell me you're a team player. Tell me about a project that you worked on and that you were on it from soup to nuts, from beginning to end. And what was your position there? How did that project result? Okay. But don't just say those buzzwords, demonstrate it in your bullet points. Do not make assumptions. Computer scanners are not able to read between the lines. You just have to tell them what they need to know and take out anything that's unnecessary. Because what will happen if you have unnecessary content, when it's looking for those keywords and it's only scanned the first half of the first page, if it doesn't come up with enough keywords, it goes on to the next resume. The scanner is set that way. So you want to make sure that your resume is loaded with your keywords as appropriate in that first half of the first page. And remember, the jargon utilized, current to the field you're looking for, will go a long way toward showing the employer that you're qualified. And it also helps you in the actual interview, because now you've focused on keywords, you've written some success stories that relate to those keywords, and you can share how you're qualified. So when you get pushback from the recruiter who says, tell me more about whatever it is, you've already prepared. You wrote that resume, you understand what your core strengths are, and you can, if you will, defend your position as a candidate who's qualified for this job. So it's all about pre-planning. Okay, so here we go. Underline the keywords and match them with the summary qualifications. Okay, so here's like an example. Here's what they want in the actual job description. They want 1 year of prior internship experience. They want a diploma. They want you to be able to use Microsoft Office, particularly you'll be using Excel. They want you to be good at math and analysis, be able to really organize well, prioritize, plan, and track, ability to ramp up quickly on learning new platforms, good communication skills, work collaboratively, and then those are the academic credentials, an AA or a BA, and then ability to just work on your own and be self-managing. So if you see that in the job summary, we're going to edit our bullet points to demonstrate this. Okay, does that make sense, you guys? We're always looking at how do we focus on those key words. Oh, there's a question that came up. How do we meet the experience requirement to get the jobs in the first career? Yes, sometimes you're not going to have those keywords because you don't have the job experience to justify using those keywords. So, you know, internships are a great way to get some solid work experience and to what we call enter the world of work and figure out what that is on a professional level. When you're applying for an internship, they don't expect you to have a lot of keywords, okay? You'll get that through that first job, that part-time job, or that internship. So just do the best you can with keywords, okay?
Yeah, and also I just want to add to what Margaret said too, like you can always use the work that you have done in class. Like for example, if you have done projects, So a lot of students, when they apply for technology related internships, they don't have a first job to use as a reference. A lot of time they use project experience that you use in class. For example, if you have self-taught yourself Python programming, or if you have gone to a certification class and you've learned a language, right? This would be a great way for you to highlight that under your summary of qualification, especially if you're looking for somebody with strong, in this case, right, strong math and analytical skills may not have to do with your first experience in a job. It could be that you have done very well in your math, in your higher level math classes, and you have done analytical projects, right? So these are where you could draw from the projects that you have done in your class or in your certification courses that you could highlight that.
Yeah, Anish was saying he doesn't know how to put that on a resume. I would suggest you put that right in the summary statement. If you don't have a job, but you have class experience, put it right in the summary statement at the top. You know, in whatever class it was at BC, call out the class and the title, and then what you actually did on that project. What was your responsibility on that team project?
And
put that right in the summary statement, because that'll be a key word.
This is what Margaret was talking about, summary of qualification. So this is when you want to highlight that in the very beginning.